Hey everyone, it's Glory from Byte. Welcome back to a Villager Dungeon Nightmare platformer game series in Godot. To win level 2, the player has to find the chest that has a key in it, which opens the door at the very end of the level, which allows the villager to finally escape this dungeon nightmare. So, in this episode, I'm going to be setting up the opening chest animation as well as the door. I'm going to be playing around with the animation frame rates as well as turning off the looping. Everything I do in this part 1 is to make sure I don't have to worry about the graphical visual front end of the game when I'm coding the back end of the next episode. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, I just added in my chest and key animations to my assets. Time to add in the nodes to the node tree. So I need a kinematic body 2D, then I need an animated sprite, and finally a collision shape. I'm just gonna right click and duplicate the kinematic body 2D node for the door, and start renaming. So this one's going to be for the chest. So chest with capital C, and then the animated sprite is going to be chest with a lowercase c. I need to give the kinematic body 2D node a group, which I'm going to call chest. And then now for the door, this one is going to be door with a capital D, and then door with a lowercase d. Same thing, give the door a group, door, lowercase d. And now I can add in the animations. I'm going to start off with the chest, use sprite frames. I need 2, 1 for closed, and 1 for open. Rename these to close and open, and into my chest and key assets, I'm gonna do the close one first because that's just one. And now for my mini frames for the open. Okay, animations are in. Check on playing in the inspector to see what my open animation looks like. It's playing now. It looks good, but it's kind of slow. So I'm just going to increase the frames per second. So underneath the speed, frames per second, I'm going to change 5 to a bigger number. So what does 15 look like? That's much faster, but I want it to be a tiny bit more faster. So what about 25? Okay, that looks good to me. I'm going to switch off loop underneath the frame rate so that the animation stops at the last frame and doesn't go over and over again. I'm going to add in the collision shapes. So new collision shape, I'm going to use a rectangle. Zoom all the way in. I'm going to quickly resize this. Alright, that looks good. I didn't make it any bigger because once the player has opened the box, if it stands on top of the box, I don't want it to look like it's floating. And I'm fine with the villager passing right through the lid. Okay, time for the door. I'm going to move my chest out of the way first. And now I can add in the door animations. I need 1 for open and close again. Add in my frames. And then my collision shape. I'm going to use the rectangle again, drag it in and resize. I only need to size the collision shape for my close animation because once the door is open, I want my villager to be able to stand behind the closed door. Alright, back to closed because I want the door to be initially closed when the game initially starts. And I want to place my chest and key over at the end of the level. I want my chest to be initially closed when the game starts. And right now, since I'm testing the game, I want the chest to be easily reachable to see if everything works when I code it later in the next episode. In the finished game, I want this chest to be in a more hidden, hard-to-reach place. Alright, the setup is done, and all that's left is to make everything work with the code. So make sure to check out the next video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, see you next time, bye.